You know that person who takes 20 minutes to respond to a text because they're rewriting it 7 times? The one who lies awake at 3 a.m., replaying a conversation from 3 days ago, thinking of everything they should have said differently? The person who can turn a simple, "What do you want for dinner?" into a 45-minute internal debate about all possible outcomes. That person might be you. And here's what nobody tells you about overthinkers. They're not just cautious or indecisive. They're trapped in a prison made entirely of thoughts. Every decision becomes a labyrinth. Every conversation becomes a performance to be analyzed and critiqued. Every possible future becomes a catastrophe waiting to happen. But here's the twist. The people who overthink everything often aren't doing it because they're anxious or neurotic. They're doing it because their brains are wired to see more, process more, and consider more than everyone else around them. So why do some people overthink while others just decide and move on? It starts with how your brain processes information. Research shows that overthinking, or rumination, is characterized by repetitive and intrusive thoughts that are difficult to disengage from and perceived as unproductive. And this isn't random. Studies have found that individuals with higher intelligence tend to be more introspective, which can lead to increased rumination. Your brain is faster, more analytical, more aware of patterns and possibilities. When presented with a choice, you don't just see option A and option B. You see every potential consequence, every possible scenario, every risk that could unfold. This is why overthinkers struggle with decision paralysis, heightened anxiety about making correct choices, and an overemphasis on planning. But there's a darker side to this gift. Anxiety can trigger overthinking and rumination, and the unproductive nature of these thought processes can increase anxiety, creating a detrimental cycle of negative thinking. You replay past conversations, dissecting every word, every reaction, wondering what you could have done differently. You create elaborate mental scenarios about the future, most of which will never happen. And worst of all, you turn your analytical power inward, becoming your own harshest critic. This is the paradox that destroys overthinkers. The same intelligence that should help you solve problems becomes the weapon you use against yourself. People with higher intelligence levels experience heightened sensitivity and overthinking, making them more prone to worry, anxiety, and other mood disorders. You become so aware of your own flaws, so conscious of every mistake, so terrified of failure, that you end up paralyzed. And here's what makes it even more complicated. Perfectionism is common among overthinkers. You're capable of seeing every detail, every possibility for improvement. A study found that individuals with high IQs often exhibited perfectionist tendencies. You don't just want to make a good decision, you want to make the perfect one. And since perfection doesn't exist, you just keep thinking, and thinking, and thinking. If you're an overthinker, here's what you need to understand. Your overthinking isn't a character flaw. It's often a sign of exceptional cognitive processing. The same brain that torments you with endless scenarios is the brain that notices what others miss. That anticipates problems before they happen. That thinks deeply about meaning, purpose, and consequence. Research shows people with higher IQs have more active minds that are constantly analyzing, which can be both a cognitive advantage and a psychological challenge. Yes, overthinking can trap you. But the solution isn't to stop thinking. It's to direct your thinking differently. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen?" which leads to rumination, ask, "How can I move forward?" which leads to action. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, use that analytical power to identify patterns and make better choices going forward. Your overthinking becomes a problem when thoughts replace action, when analysis becomes paralysis, when you're so busy preparing for every possible scenario that you never actually live. But it becomes your superpower when you learn to channel it, when you use that depth of thought to solve real problems, when you transform worry into wisdom. The goal isn't to think less, it's to think better, to recognize when you're ruminating versus when you're problem solving, to give yourself permission to make decisions without having all the answers, to trust that your first instinct, informed by all that deep thinking you've already done, is probably better than you think. So the next time your brain launches into another spiral of overthinking, pause. Acknowledge what's happening and ask yourself one simple question. Is this thought helping me move forward, or is it just keeping me stuck? Because the smartest thing an overthinker can do is know when to stop thinking and start living. If this resonated with you, you're not alone in your overthinking. Subscribe to join others who are finally understanding why their minds work this way. I'm Artie Can, and I'll see you in the next one.